to get your life back, or to for pilgrimage.
We beached our boat on the rocks outside. We're attacked by some rather hungry mermaids. They didn't make it. And then we found this cave, and so explored in here. And here I am at the Shrine to Screwfix, and there you are.
Well, what would she want from you from this? It's very odd for her to have people come here
Yeah, I don't know.
Unbeknownst to like, I know she has a plan for everything. She knows the past, the present, and the future, as you've probably probably figured out from all the hieroglyphics on the walls, that this is clearly they're clearly stories from the past to the future. I have never understood any of them.
There were some mighty interesting stories.
But coming here not for pilgrimages.
No, not for pilgrimage, but for exploration. Okay, don't clear the graffiti off the face. It was funny.
Yeah, I did, because it's not going to be suitable later, hopefully. So he goes back into the side room, actually, when he comes in, and he gets his weapons. So he had a sword and is it a flight of arrows? Like a little thing of arrows, and a bow and arrow.
Quiver of arrows.
Quiver, that's the one. And he starts bringing them up, and so this is where it gets a bit awkward. This box is about 10 feet in the air, like the top of it. So he starts to like do his weird like hands, shoulders, knees, and toast like prayer thing, you know, like the to the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit thing. Like, it's that sort of thing that he's doing, that he showed you at the entrance last week. And then he
you've got one thing though. He has to say goobly goop.
No, it's gobbledygook to you guys, because you don't speak the language. So it's like if a priest starts speaking Latin, we would just call it gobbledygook. Or if I started speaking Irish. Nonsense.
But you need to say that he says his gobbledygook. Otherwise it doesn't count.
Why? He says his gobbledygook while doing the hands, shoulders, knees, and toast. Happy?
Very much so.
Or not, Adran Eberus.
Very much so, yeah.
And then after he does that, he bows. And then he takes all his armor and all his weapons, and he tries to like hoof them into the box. And then he takes a pouch off.
How does he poof them into the box?
Well, he just like puts them all in his hand and just kind of like pushes them up, because they're like it's 10 foot in the air, so he has to like throw them above his head.
Has it got like an opening?
Yeah, it's just open on the side.
Are we talking like a post box? Are we talking like a chest with a top with a lid that opens?
It's like,
or are we just talking like,
you know, a
disposable like portable? Oh, a fruit box. Okay,
it's kind of, but it's all made of stone and concrete.
Okay, so it's an open topped offering box, not like a bottle bank then.
No,
I was thinking it was sort of like bottle bank, and he was like poking his sword and like bow in and stuff.
No, and he also takes off a pouch, and as he takes off the pouch, he opens it up, and you can hear a little bit of a jingle, and he closes it, and he has like a single...
What does the jingle sound like?
Roll perception.
Fuck yeah.
So it's 19 plus something. Yeah. It sounds like coins and jewelry or something along those kinds. It's not very loud. It's not like there's a lot in there, but there's definitely
it's not a very entertaining jingle then.
No. It's not a Christmas jingle. I don't know any spring jingles, because, you know, it's just after harvest. And as that happens, you see a single tear also running down his face, and he closes it up, the little pouch, like pulls the little strings. Actually, while I have it beside, did I take it out? Yes, I did. It's similar to this. Make sure it doesn't. So like he has a little pouch like this, and then he zips it up as a single tear runs down, and he puts it in like a really pretty bow, or like a little knot. And he instead of like the other one, the weapons, he kind of just like fucked up there with no purpose. He kind of like tries to make sure this is a more gentle throw as he puts it up there. Then he gets on his knees right where he's standing now on the map, and just starts praying. He starts, to you it's goggly.
What sound do the weapons make when they land in the
The sounds of weapons hitting the ground, like, or putting wood, stone.
Stone?
Yeah, stone. Like,
Okay. Just checking if there wasn't like remnants of other offerings in there because my loot senses were tingling.
from the man that has been too busy dancing to go loot before. But yes, so that's his what he's doing. And after, depending on how long it takes you to, like, you're just standing watching right now. After saying, "Come, let's pray." What's do you act? Do you do anything? Do you stand there watching? Do you...
Let's pray as well. I'll do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Performance isn't a thing. What's
performance is a thing?
It is a thing. Yes, it wasn't a 4th edition. Can you roll me a performance check? If you see how closely you get this right. Fucking
well, that's a 22.
Bang!
20.
And you even get the accent right. I was gonna make you roll again, see if you got the thing, and you get it like perfectly done. What do you use anything as an offering?
No.
Okay. And what do you do with your weapons? Keep them on
I'll
you?
keep them on me. I'm not a stupid idiot.
Just checking, And then do you try and mimic the prayers he's doing, or?
No, I'll just sit here and think of the god of, think of the giant crab god. Looks like claws.
Well, no, it's just a really bad rendering because that's his feet, and like this looks like a crib, to be fair. And this is his hands. It's just a really bad drawing. It's better than the one that's in the book, but yeah, it's still really bad. So you're gonna go beside him, I guess, with a bit of distance, yeah.
Yes. Let's move up beside him and start praying and thinking of Krufix. And I haven't really got anything to donate. I mean, maybe I shove in a silver piece,
Okay.
Just flick a single silver piece in. I'm not having recipe money. You can fuck off.
Yeah.
My money.
Can you roll me? So I presume, Dwarf or Eberus, you're still gonna be banging away at the front, yeah?
Am I not through yet? Well, then, yeah.
Well, it's gonna be days.
I know, but I have my my bet roll and stuff like that. I'm ready.
Yeah. And no, we're gonna get back to you in just 1 second to talk about this. But can you roll me an Arcana check, please?
Who, me?
No, the Adran. See if you get another bloody amazing score. Not Adran, yeah. Adran?
The wizard.
The wizard, yeah. Is he there? Is he gone? Has he disappeared?
I'm here. What happened?
Can you roll me a Arcana check? So as you start to pray, about 5 or so minutes pass.
Oops.
You say oops.
So that's a 7.
Okay. Why? Let me see. OBS doesn't want to see this.
It was a nat 2.
Yeah. No, I can see that on the other screen.
Magical.
Cool. Okay.
The wizard who rolls a nat 2 on an Arcana check.
And what's your plus?
Oh, +5. As I said, it's a 7.
Okay. Sorry. Do you? We have the rolls. Can someone just quickly check? Don't you have your history, your foresight thing in the mornings where you throw your little chicken bones on the ground?
Because they're shit.
Yeah, I think one could be slightly higher if you don't want to use them. No. Okay, cool. I'll come back to you in about 10 minutes or so. Let's slide over to
boosting like a 2 to.
No, it
like.
To be honest, like realistically, we all know it doesn't make sense. That's fine. We'll come back to you.
In the chat somewhere, but I can't find it.
Nah, that's cool. Gnome.
Yo.
You are. I don't know why I can't make the opacity slower. Sorry, I'm trying to change the fog of war slightly. Oh, that's what I was changing. Oops, keep that one there. That's much better. So you're doing these puzzles, every 10 or so minutes that you get the first, 12 to 15 minutes you get the first one done. 10 minutes takes you for the second one, 9 for the next. So it's taking you a while. You got 3 or 4 of them done.
It's going to speed up because there's less bits.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So it takes you like a minute or two less for each one. Then the last two will be no time at all. You got about that's the wrong dice. 6 done at this stage. Can you roll me a perception check?
Ooh, not good.
What you got?
I rolled a 5 plus. That's without modifiers.
I think you have
9. I think it's plus 4.
Yeah, I think you're trained it. So that's 9. Okay. They look like symbols of some kind. I can't really say more than that because of what
Huh?
you know or don't know. Let me just double check which symbols they are for myself. So you have 6 at this stage, and Mr. Nuts is also doing a stellar job. He's sticking them together. Like when you have them mostly formed, he's like patting them together, getting it together. Like every once in a while, he looks for a high five. You know, he's very excited to do puzzles. It's like you haven't seen him this excited for a while to do something mundane. Like normally he's really excited to stick around and find the shiny stuff or gold and stuff. But yeah, no, he's having a lot of fun. Yeah, we might as well roll another perception check because you're gonna have all 8 done in a second. Actually, not perception. Don't roll anything for a second. Yeah, by the time it takes you to get all 8 done, there's 8. It takes you about an hour. You haven't seen the 2 other lads. You've got you feel like you feel like they're done, right? You know, like there's little tiny pieces of like clay, but you know when you like are missing or there's a little gap here or there, but like they seem all fitting. Like this is a block, that's a block, and they seem to make somewhat the symbols or whatever is on the front of them seem to all indicate that they're correct, they're complete. Like if something had a circle on it or an oblong, it completed. If something had like a star, it was a star. There, like you could mix and match some of these, and this is what took you off for the first couple. But like, you could turn an oblong into a star. Wouldn't make sense. Or if one of them started off as an oblong, and you could put like 3 points to it, it didn't feel like it meant anything. So now you've got all 8 done. What you do?
I'll pick them up and go to the closest pillar.
Okay, so as you touch the pillar, we're going to use the one in the north just to make your lives easier. Or my life easier.
In that case, I want to do the one that's going to make your life the hardest.
Okay, you can do the one beside it.
I was joking.
I know, it makes no difference. It's just because it means I can go clockwise and know where you are. So as you touch the first pillar, you smell or you feel. So as you touch them, there's a magical effect of some kind. Too late by the time you've touched to pull back, but even if you only hold it for a second, there's a feeling of being on a boat and the smell of death. How long would you think? But just like instantly as you touch, you're gonna sense this, and you would have got at least that much. How long do you think it's gonna take you before you pull away? It doesn't hurt. You just have this feeling of being on a boat and the smell of death.
Probably 2-3 seconds. I'll be like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be like a panic, shit kind of thing. But
okay. Then you would also, if you're gonna wait 2 or 3 seconds, there's a very or actually roll me perception this time again. We'll do.
Rolled 18.
18. Okay. So you perceive there's also a smell of like is it sulfur? I think it's sulfur. Sulfur, iron, brimstone-y.
Almonds.
Almonds, possibly, but I can't remember what that is off the top of my head. Before, so you put your stone up to it, and it technically fits, but it kind of just drops off. Like it doesn't stick in, that one stone you have in your hand. So would you go back and get another one, try again, or are you gonna go to a different pillar?
Oh, I'll just go to the next pillar.
Cool. So as you touch the second pillar, there's the sounds of a city. And you kind of have that like smell of like upper echelons of city. Like it's not just like the lower end tier. It's like a big vast city much bigger than Inishmal, like a capital city sort of like sound and appearance. And you stick the stone in again. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Again, nothing. Same again. Go to the next one.
Yeah, I'll just go around until I find the one that it fits in.
Cool. Perfect. On the third one, 12. Well, let me take 37 damage. No, money wasn't. There is the sounds of cheering crowds. Like there's been a victory of some kind, and it's not like a victory of like, or it's a victory from like a war sort of like cheer, like the returning of people. And at this stage, your stone goes in, and it kind of has this kind of a like a really low hum as it goes in, and the cracks around kind of like seems to like mend slightly, similar to the mending you did on the ship for those 2 or 3 weeks while you were traveling here. That sort of like magical mend, but where yours doesn't seem to have an illuminating light or anything like that comes from your mend. It's kind of just you put 2 sheets beside each other and they seem to like stitch together, or whatever fabric it is or whatever material is. This seems to be like a magical kind of like a weld sort of thing, and as it does that, it makes that sort of sound. It's a very faint sound.
What sort of sound?
Like woo 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 woo.
Okay.
But it's very humming and low, and then once it's sealed up, it stops. Can you roll me history or religion? You can pick.
I rolled a 6, and my history and religion are probably both not that great. Probably 2 at the best. So
Sorry, that's 8 is altogether. Cool. Okay, you haven't figured that out yet. Okay, grab another piece of stone, go back to the start, go to the next one.
now go back to the beginning.
Okay, let's see if the next one works. The next one's the second one, so I'm going to mark these as complete. Same again. Makes the same whoop, 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 whoop sound.
So this one's worked this time.
It's on the second one, so I'm going to mark them.
So
Would you like me to mark them on as the number in which you put them in, or the number in which, or to just mark them next to say that one's complete?
Well, which one? I started on the top one.
Yeah, and you said you picked up a stone. You went, this one fail on the first stone. This one fail. This one worked.
Right. So then I pick up stone number 2.
Yeah.
And you're saying it worked in pillar number 1.
No, pillar number 2.
Oh, I didn't go to pillar number 1 then.
No, you did. It was the second one. I wasn't going to go through saying you felt the same thing again.
Oh, okay.
So there's not, once you touch a stone, it seems to give off the same effect. I'll mark them X they go through.
So pillars number 2 and number 3 are now complete.
Yep.
I'll pick up the third piece of stone then.
And go again.
I'll start at the top.
Yep. I'll obviously skip to the correct location. Like, you're not going to go and check those 2 again if they're complete.
Obviously not.
Similar on the fourth one. There is a familiar smell of wheat, and there's a very sweet sort of smell, and Mr. Nuts, who's also on your person, seems to freak out a little bit, and starts to get a bit of sweats as you touch this one. But the smell you're getting is like wheat, grain, cut grass. And there's some other smell you just can't quite get your finger at. But obviously, I presume with Mr. Nuts starting to freak out, you pull away faster.
Did you? Oh, I got hay fever, all that cut grass.
Yeah, but kind of what I'm getting at. Is that's what but there's also an extra smell.
Did it fit?
Not on the fourth one.
Alright, we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, obviously. Just letting you know what's in that one. Then the third one, you have very similar sounds to the room you know.
No, not the third one, the 5th one.
Yeah, but the third open one now. There's the sounds of storms. So if you remember correctly, in the other room where you had that massive storm, kind of where you believe there is a kraken, whether or not there is one or not, you've never found out, but you believe there's a kraken. There's the big ocean of water being held back by some sort of magic with the storm going on. That's the exact same sounds as that. Coming from this, and again, the stone goes in, and makes the as a sound as it, like the blue light kind of mends it together, Next stone, I'm guessing. Sorry,
Well,
yeah.
hold on. Remind me of the noise the first one made. Okay, so they're not the same. They're different.
Well, they're the same. I'm just suck at making the same sounds because I'm not good at sounds.
Okay.
Um.
Well, then I guess I'm picking up the next piece of stone.
Yep. No, that's sorry, I'm just rolling to see which one it is, and I keep getting the same 3 numbers. Yeah. So again, similar again. You get the smell of being on a boat and sort of ash, brimstone, and death sort of thing here. This one, same again. The smell of like spring-ish stuff, and Mr. Nuts freaking out. This one you get. Oh, sorry. As you touch this pillar. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry, I'm right. Sorry. As you touch this pillar, you get overcome with anger and rage. Can you roll me a d20, please?
I'm too lazy to.
Is it Constitution? I need to check what this could be. Give me 1 second. I'll grab what you're rolling it against. You stupid piece of shit, D&D Beyond. Yes, authorized. We've authorized you 100 times. Let me just check what it is.
This channel is not sponsored by D&D Beyond.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just a con saving throw, which you don't have advantage on. So your con.
Rolled a 12.
12 plus your con is
0.
0. Ooh.
My con is 1, so 13.
Oh, 13. Okay. You just about pull your hand away, but if